Hey now, it's Ascended Clarity, and I'm back to provide healing, love, peace, and light. So, what called me today was love and whatnot, right? Like, it's so many different avenues of love. It's so many different ways to tap into your love, but self love is the best love, right? And it's like when you find that out, it's like nothing can stop you and whatnot, right? So, I just wanted to bring a little clarity as to maybe how to obtain it or enhance it, whatever is needed. You feel me? But off the rip, prayed over my whole setup because it's needed. And so God is love. God is love, the foundation of love for me. Because again, I done been through so many things, as we all have, right? And so I don't really like to say it like that. I don't really like to say I done been through things. I've gotten through things because of the love that I have for myself, because of the love that I have for God, because of the love that God has for me. It just opened me up to abundance of different things. So this is let's love each other because love is from God, and everyone who loves is born from God and knows God. If you know yourself, you know God. If you love yourself, like truly love yourself, like put yourself first. Do the things that you want to do. Enhance different things in your life to get you to where you want to be. And God is going to help you get through. You know? So, I just again was called, so I'm going to answer. And I got a self love deck going on over here. And first one I got to take control of change, right? And it's in a reverse because it's needed. It's like so much stuff is around us to mold our thoughts instead of us being in our own vessel, right? So a lot of things are needing to change. A lot of us don't really love who we are. Like that brings me back to my last read on the Matrix type of time, to where it's just like we essentially copy what everyone else is doing. And I feel as if that's a sense of us not knowing ourselves. I feel like us as a people, me too, need to get closer to God, need to know more of God, need to know more of who we are. And the way that we do that is we can take control of our own lives, of how it is that we look, of how it is that we speak, of how it is that we show up in the world every day with a purpose. It's like, don't just idly go by. If you love yourself, then you'll take your life into your hands. Take control of your life. Don't allow anyone else to take control of you, but take control of your life so that whatever you want can come true. I feel like, I rock with a lot of cliches, right? And so it's like some of them ring true. Some of them really resonate with me in my everyday life, but some of them is like, okay, what does that mean? I be having to look it up and be like, okay, I don't know. I'm not really rocking with this one, but cliches is really dope for me. And so, like, if you can believe it, you can achieve it type of time. Like, it sounds like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, when somebody real insightful or somebody that you look up to is giving you some type of advice or whatever, they be like, oh, okay, so, like, how did you get to where it is that you now? Well, I just believed it and I was able to achieve it. But it's real, though. Like, if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you can actually change, because that's, like, one of the hardest things to do. If you like been doing something for so long and you just decide to switch it up, that is one of the hardest things to do. If you got God as your foundation, though, you'll be able to push through. You like, you know what, God, please show me the way. How do I change these things about me? Because I love myself and I want to just love myself more. I want to do things to where it's I'm, more just at peace, at ease, more abundant, more things that I'm seeing in my mind is happening physically for me type of time, but take control of change, whatever it is that you want to do, whoever it is that you want to be, you can be it if you believe it, though. I really think that that's true. But clear, concise, accurate messages only, though. This love is coming out heavily. I'm sorry, love, baby. Laughter, okay. I don't know. I'm getting laughter is the best form of medicine, right? So if you down and all of that, like, don't let that consume you. You just gotta laugh through your pain. I don't know why I'm picking up on that Kevin Hart laugh at my pain type of energy, but like, we go through so much stuff. A lot of people just walking around mad at the world because of everything that we've been through, though. If you can laugh at yourself, you don't care if nobody else do. If you can laugh at the situation, like Pete, if I'm just getting again with this self love energy, if you are going through something in the moment, obviously it ain't funny. It's like, man, what is going on? But then if you believe that you can get through it, if you can take control of your life, then you can, direct the course and whatnot, right? Eventually when you look back, you're gonna be laughing at it. I done had that happen to me so many times. I'm like going through like the worst. I feel in the moment it's the worst thing ever. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening to me. Then I get a grip on reality and I'll be like, okay, let me get it together. And I eventually obviously get through it, right? Because everything that I go through, I get through. Anything that's any type of obstacle that I face, I'm gonna get through. And I know that for sure. Like, man, if only you knew. But I was able to laugh at it. I was able to laugh at it. And I love to reminisce on a lot of different situations because, again, healing is one of the reasons why I do what I do. And so when you heal something, it doesn't affect you like it used to. And baby, laughter is definitely the best medicine. And I feel like that's one of the things that get you through like one of your hardest aspects of life, right? If you can laugh through it, baby, you on the right side. You on the right side of things, you going on the right way, you on the right path type of time. That's the energy I'm getting. But clear, concise, accurate messages only. What we're doing over here is enhancing love, enhancing self-love. Or if you might lack it, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't really like to admit when they not fully feeling themselves and shit. And then feeling yourself ain't on a intoxication aspect. Feeling yourself is just like, I believe in me. I got me. If ain't nobody else got me, I'm be the one rocking with me, right? Dream, daydream. You feel me? It's like, that's just visionary for me. See yourself as who you want to be. I don't know. I was just listening to Nipsey. I grew up to be who I want to be on some double up. You feel me? But I feel like your dreams, you can double up on your dreams. Like if you actually can see it, like me, baby, trust and believe me, I do a lot of daydreaming. I do a lot of sleep dreaming. I do a lot of dreaming. But I actually work in the physical to bring that reality to fruition. Especially with this flower energy in the mind. It's like seeds is being planted and they're growing and whatnot, right? And so for me, the self-love energy helps you to grow those seeds that's in your mind, like anything that you want to do, what you love. Like I got a happy place over here though. I got so many things in this jar that just makes me happy, right? And then sometimes when I'm feeling a little lost, sometimes we be lost. You got to understand and admit your feelings with this understanding energy here. You got to understand and you got to like admit your feelings and deal with them instead of, again, sweeping things up under the rug, to be able to know when you need a little assistance or whatnot though. And the way that I help myself, because again, man, ain't nobody gonna help you like you got you. So the way that I help myself is I was like, let me think about a lot of different things that I love to do. And so I put it all in a jar. And so when I need it, I'll be jumping up in there and just be like, what can lift my spirits? What can I do? So like, that's another way to enhance your self-love, just figuring out a lot of different things that you love. And I don't know, you can put them in a jar, you can write them in a book, you can do it however you do it, get creative and stuff. And when you need it, when you need that boost, you go to it to, enhance that love that's within you. But it all starts with a dream. It definitely do. It all started with a dream. Like, what do you see in your mind? Like, when you daydreaming, usually, I don't know, for me, it's something that I'm longing for, something that I'm really wanting. And so I want to physically plant the seed so that I can actually put some water on it, put some sunlight on it, help it to grow so I can see it in reality like God told me so. You feel me? God told me that this was going to happen, and it did. And you got to believe, like I said with that cliche earlier, real talk, it is what it is. But yeah, clear, concise, accurate messages only. We over here enhancing self-love, okay? Read a book. That's actually in my happy place though. But like with this type of energy, with all of those colors, it's just, again, it's a play on this daydream energy. It's like enhancing your creativity, enhancing your imagination. I'm getting like with this read a book energy too. Like you can read the book that is you. Like a lot of people write, I mean, I don't know, usually you make it to a certain point in your life. Oh, I'm this successful, so let me write a book. But you ain't got to be at a certain level to do that though. Like with this, I'm getting the story of your life instead of reading a book. Like when we read books, I read a lot of different type of books. I read a lot of different type of books. I ain't even gonna go into the different types that I do read. Which self-help books is definitely something to enhance the love that you have for within yourself. But with this energy though, I'm getting like you can write a book. Like if you journal daily and then you look back on it, you've already written a book of your life. You feel me? But if you just go back in your mind with this daydream energy and whatnot, right? Like you can see the different things that you've been through. You can write it down, and eventually it'll turn into a book. So if you remember everything that it is that you went through, and just tapping back on earlier energy, it's like understanding what you've been through, what you've gotten through, with God as your foundation. Even if you found Him later, you feel me? When you got that self love within you, then you already gonna know that you know God. You feel me? Hold on. Oh, I need to get my energy up. I was feeling some type of way, just up and down a little bit earlier, but it's cool again. I was able to pull myself out of it. I just had a busy day, so I was a little tired or whatever. So I was like, oh, let me get back into my energy. A lot of things pulling me here, pulling me there, pulling me up, pulling me down. But it's like, I don't know. I'm feeling a choose joy energy. I'm feeling a choose joy energy. It's like, what emotion do you want to have? It's like, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be sad? You can actually choose the emotion that you want to have and go for it. Like I said, like, I don't know. I'm just off the ripping it real quick. But I feel like more so on a conscious level, you can get it. If you are aware of what it is that you have going on, look around. If you sad, what is it making you upset? You know, if you identify what, you got to be in a conscious state of mind. If you're able to identify your current situation in a conscious state of mind, then you can literally obtain whatever emotion that you were trying to have, whether it be happiness, love, physical energy to go ahead and do whatever it is that you need to get through for your day or whatever, you know. You can actually obtain that by being conscious. And conscious is another form of love. Because again, that's like telling yourself the truth. Seeing what it is for what it is, you know? And I'm a firm believer of, like, some people don't like the truth. Some people can't handle the truth. Some people find the truth offensive. I find that as a form of self-love. I tell myself the truth every day. You feel me? Like, if I am lying to myself, then there's no way that I'm going to be able to grow or get better. If I'm accepting a lie from somebody else, if your actions aren't aligned with the things that you're telling me, if my actions aren't aligned with the things that I'm telling myself, it's like, how much do I really love myself? But yeah, anyway, to tap back into these card energy or whatever, I'm just saying, with this read a book, it's giving me write a book, write your own story, be the author of your own life. I remember for a while I was doing shorts and whatnot, right? Like on a Facebook and all of that, and mess around. I know that's one of the things that I had said. It's like I want to be the author of my own story. It's like nobody gonna be able to tell it like me. Don't nobody know the details aside from me. And baby, very much so interesting. You know, and I'll be the first one to go out and get it if I wasn't me or whatever and all that. And I don't know. You can't judge a book by its cover or whatever, but it still be a dope one. But anywho, I digress. I don't think that was digressing. I think that was right on board. I think that was right on point or whatever. It's just it can be complex. It can be a bit harder to stay in love energy and whatnot. But again, you got to embrace it. You got to embrace all of the feelings that you have and tell yourself the truth. Be conscious so that you can get to the emotion that you want to have, though, is what I got from that. But, ooh, digital detox is very important because we got so much, again, hate going around in the world. And we got it at press of a button, too. It's like so easily accessible. And if you get out of everybody else's energy, and again, get off the internet, get off the phone, indulge in what you currently have going on. Like, look at the love that you have within your children. Like me, I literally planted a seed. Well, I ain't gonna go there, but I gave birth to a seed, right? And then he just recently had a birthday, and I promise that he is so funny. He is so cool, and just seeing a little person that I created, that's just, it's so much love there, you know, and just wanting the best for him. It's like we got so many different aspects of love all around us. We just gotta be willing to see it. We overlook, like right now, I'm looking at a vision or this monitor of mine, and it has just so much green fields, grass, and mountains. It look like, right. I just feel like a lot of us cannot see the forest through the trees. We so busy looking for something. And we don't know that it's right in front of our face. You feel me? And I just feel like, but peep, so is the phone. The phone is just right there in our face to where it's just like it's blocking love. It's blocking us. Like whenever I was coming up, I'm a '90s baby. We wouldn't we didn't have them phones all up in our face. We was out there going to make stuff happen. If you bored, you better go outside and play. You better figure out something. You better get creative, okay? Like, but nowadays it's so different. So again, I don't know. I feel like we mind control whatever it is that we see. I remember like again with this conscious energy. I remember like for a while I was just waking up, looking at my phone, getting on the internet, looking at Facebook, scrolling, and then looking at videos or whatever, and then I'm acting as if I'm the person in the video that I'm watching. So if it's a video about I don't know a dude dogging out a chick or something, I'm acting like I'm the chick that got dogged out, and I'm now upset. I just woke up and I'm looking at my phone, and now I'm upset because something going on in the world that has nothing to do with me. And I just feel like so much often unconsciously, subliminally, we take on all of this energy that's not ours. I promise. I feel like if you just put the phone down and just real talk, do a detox. That's why I feel like it's in a reverse, because I mean it is so needed to put them phones down though. And if upon doing that, you will be able to see you not even you don't got this heavy energy. You feel me? Like, a lot of people have heavy hearts and just can't let go of stuff. And I was like that. I'm like, I can't sit here like that. I got a light heart now. You know what I'm saying? I wake up with a smile. I just be in a good mood just for no reason. That's how I like it, whether versus being just in a bad mood, upset just because something that ain't got nothing to do with me happened. Stuff happens, but I like to believe it's for a reason. Like, what don't kill you make you stronger. Another cliche. Again, I rock with them very much so heavily. And that's real. I done been through a lot of different things and I've healed. So I mean, it's a possibility for whatever it is that you go through to be a lesson. You just gotta be willing to learn it though. You know what I'm saying? Don't be distracted by all of the. I mean, not even just the phone. There's so many different distractions that's in our face. That's like I don't know, kind of like to turn us away from the love that we should have for ourselves. And then too, if you love yourself, you'll be able to handle it a lot better. It's not like a lot of people listen to respond instead of listen to understand. I like to understand what's going on, and hey, sometimes things don't even need a response, and that's still a response. You feel me? But I'm still gonna stay in the energy that I'm in, that I want to be in, that I choose to be in. You know what I mean? I wake up with love every day. You feel me? I make today and every day amazing. I choose kindness. You feel me? I like to radiate positivity, and then too, like I said, if you need these reminders, then go get them. It's okay. Like it's no shame to need a little assistance, okay? And whatever assistance they might be that's not to your detriment is like a form of self-love for me. Yoga, baby. Let me tell you something about something, okay? Body, yaddy, yaddy. I'm trying to get it. And obviously, exercise and staying healthy is a form of self-love. But Pete, you don't know how in tune you will be with yourself upon putting down that phone and just sitting on the mat. I actually did this one this morning, okay? Yes. And it just feels good. And then too, you keep it up, be consistent, and then you will look good. I mean, you look good now. God don't make no mistakes. So if you look in the mirror and you feel like you ugly, then you need to enhance that self-love. You need to talk to God, and you need to, you know what I'm saying, figure out what's up. Why do you feel like that way about yourself? Because a lot of the time, the way that we feel about ourselves that's negative is preconceived notions. It's, again, with this digital detox, with all of the imagery that we have in front of us. We have to look like this or we have to look like that in order to be deemed beautiful. And I'm not with that. I'm just not the type to conform to what everybody else deems as beautiful, because Pete, times changing. Like, again, I said I'm a '90s baby, and so messing around, like at one point in time, skinny was skinny was the end. All the magazines and stuff that we were seeing, everybody all skinny, and now just naturally, you know what I'm saying, black women are curvy, and now that's the new thing. Curvy, BBLs, big breasts, small stomach, and long hair. It's like, and guess what? We about in another generation. Like I said, my son coming up. So I wonder when he get around my age, what is gonna be the trend of how it's supposed to be, how everybody's supposed to be looking at that point or whatever. So everything gonna change. Just I don't know, don't conform. Be yourself. Get away from all of the electronics and I don't know, pick up a book or something or write a book. You know what I'm saying? Just laugh at I don't know, shit, the things that you don't like about yourself. Like people, I like to think I got a little jokey joke or two, mess around. You know what I mean? But I done got made fun of before, so I laugh at my flaws. But I also work towards, you know what I'm saying? Like getting them to be what it is that I want. You know what I mean? How I want to look, how I want to be perceived. I'm working on that for me. You feel me? It's like whatever it is that you do, you got to do it for yourself first. That's a big form of self-love. This more so off the rip than me pulling cards, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just tapped in. But I'm going to pull a few more, and this going to be pretty short. Clear, concise, accurate messages only come on through spirit. Top it to me. See, people, I got a spirit animal deck. Ooh, and it just popped right on out. Didn't it? See, this is a bat. And it says, listen up. You're working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. Interesting energy. Listen up. I feel like, Pete, meditation is very much so needed, especially after this yoga energy. Now, the bat, I don't know too much about bats. I'm going to have to look it up. But I know that they thrive in like a dark environment. So, with this energy, though, I'm getting love all of your flaws. I feel like for me, it worked for me anyway. I was meditating, right? And I'm talking about deep in my shadow side, all of the things that I've done wrong, all of the traits that I do not like about myself that, were learned patterns or I picked it up along the way. I found love within myself to be able to go in that deep energy. And I'm like, man, this is something I did. I don't like this about myself, man. I'm a hothead. I be tripping and stuff. I be going off on people, but honestly, I really don't. But when I pop off, at one point in time, anyway, it was real bold because I love peace, and I honestly didn't like controversy, and so I would kind of hold stuff in, and to a certain extent, I would speak on it, but I would have to say it a couple times before I'm heard, and sometimes I would let it go, and sometimes I wouldn't. So I just had to figure out who I was. It's like I feel like this listen up energy is listening to yourself in your darkest times. You feel me? Get enough love in yourself and let God be your foundation as well as you're doing this so that you're able to heal, so you're able to get out of that dark space though. But that is like one of the biggest forms of self-love, being able to go into your shadow side, being able to look at yourself like from outside perspective, right? Like not how somebody else views you, but like if you weren't in your body and you were someone aside from you, looking at you like that, looking at yourself like that, if that makes any sense. But you got to be able to go beneath the surface. And baby, let me tell you something. With this change, with this take control of change energy here, changing these patterns, these deep soul patterns that I was just talking about with your shadow side is very much so complicated. So again, you got to find a basis of love within yourself and know God to be able to even do that. You feel me? But I'm talking about it's so necessary. It's so necessary. And when you come out of that, you got to believe in yourself. And when you come out of that, it's like the light on the other side of the tunnel, baby. Ooh, it's so sweet. I'm hearing, baby, the land of milk and honey. Do you hear me? Like it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be well worth it. So you got to listen up. You got to listen to yourself and like quiet everything down. When we got so many people around us, sometimes their perception of us we can adapt that. We don't want to adapt what somebody else thinks of us. We want to know who we are for ourselves, Now, constructive criticism is great. Friends and family that's telling you stuff honestly to uplift you. Yeah, you can take heed, but ultimately you got to know yourself first because people can project. You feel me? So yeah, get up on all that. Clear, concise, accurate messages only. I'm talking about enhancing self-love. Do you hear me? Ooh, you don't want to come out. Let me see. All right, okay, there we go. Sun came out and fell on the float. See, sight. Spirit talking, right? Owl. You know, they say about owls is like they're, I don't know, man, just very wise. Owls can see, like they can turn their head a whole 360 degrees. Eyes behind, I got eyes in the back of my head type of time. But what I was just talking about for yourself is, like when you outer, I don't know, I'm hearing something about an outer body experience. At a certain point of evaluating yourself and finding that self love, I'm talking about deep down in your soul, okay, in your entire vessel though. But when you but when you go so deep, it's gonna be more than the vessel. It's gonna be I don't know, the entirety of your being, which is your soul, your essence, your glow, the whole thing that makes you you. You feel me? So have the sight of an owl while you're looking for you. A lot of us, we looking for everybody else. We looking for love outside of us. Oh, I hope I go find me a man. Oh, I hope I find me a whole bunch of friends. Oh, I hope I get some family and some kids and everybody around me to celebrate me and love me and stuff. How, like, peep, if you didn't have any of those things or any of those people, would you still love yourself? Would you still love you? Literally, if you was in a season with just God and you, would you be cool? I feel like a lot of people need to go within to ask themselves them type of questions or whatever though. But with this owl and this sight energy, it says detach your emotions from situations that you cannot control. And baby, that's a word, bird. You hear me? It really is though. If you can't control the situation, what's the point of having all of this emotional entanglement? Why are you attached to a situation that you can't control? I'll give it to God. If I can't control it, if I can't physically do anything about a situation, I'm gonna give it to God. So Pete, with me talking about going within, if it's certain situations that you can't handle in that moment, give it to God. You can definitely sit it down, come back to it, and maybe handle something a bit lighter. Like, whoa, I'm not ready to go that deep. So let me handle something that's a little bit more surface level. It's definitely levels to this healing. It's definitely levels to this love. But I'm trying to tell you, like I said, the light at the end of the tunnel. It's worth it. It really is though. But give it to God. That's the basis of this whole read. That's the basis of, I feel like, all high vibrational energy. Obviously. Two of them actually popped out. Snake energy. Kundalini rising. So this is channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation. So a lot of people, listen, I'm deep. I like to go in depth and I like to see a lot of different type of perceptions, right? So on a surface level, snakes is somebody that's gonna get over on you. Something gonna bite on you. They slither and you don't see them coming type of time, right? But for this energy, I can tie that, but I don't want to tap into any karmic energy right now. So we are not going to stay surface level. Eventually, you want to go within. So this Kundalini rising, it's giving me like other nationalities. You know, I don't know why I'm seeing like a snake in like a basket with a lid on. And then somebody is like playing a flute and then it's like coming out of the basket. So beautiful though. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, back and forth, split. You know, this is what I'm doing with my hand. You know, that's what it's doing when it's coming out of this basket. So I don't know if that's like a representation of your shadow side coming out to be seen though, healed, you know? Because people have pet snakes. Sometimes you can, I don't know, train them. Okay, baby, you ain't about to see me with no pet snake, but I'm just saying though. If you can get it, then you get it though. But it says channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome to transformation. I feel like when you go within, when you able to see, when you know God is foundation, when you detoxing from like outside perspectives and things, and you laughing at the things that you done been through because you got through it and you know who you are and whatnot though, and your dreams are coming to fruition because you planted that seed, and so now you're writing a book of your history. You feel me? And acting those things in life and channeling the pain that you went through and whatnot, right? That is so much self-love. If you channeling the pain that you done went through previously and you making it work out for you and like doing yoga or something or exercising or I don't know, cutting your hair, doing something different just to show I am here. A new version of me is here. I feel like with this is transformation energy. If you can read it, that's what it say. It's like some transformation energy is here. once we find that self-love, we find our purpose. You feel me? That's what I really feel like this energy is representing. But yeah, though. Modesty is here. Modesty is here. It's like, for some reason, a lot of people want to keep us in a box. And they like, how dare you love yourself that much and whatnot, right? It's like, I feel like you just, again, need to talk to God. And everything needs balance. You don't need to go around boasting and bragging, hey, I love myself more than you do, or something like that. You ain't got to do all that. But don't let nobody put barriers on you. You feel me? Like, I definitely understand being humble and being modest and all of those things, but I definitely understand embracing the light that God gave you. Let it shine. Do you hear me? I feel like you need to let your light shine. Let your self-love shine. If you weird, if you quirky, if you do different things, let it shine. And if the people that's around you ain't feeling it, then that's okay. Maybe them people is not for you. But again, I'm a firm believer, just like love. Is somebody out there for everybody? It's a tribe that's out there for everybody too. People that's gonna rock with you and your quirkiness and your differentness. You don't gotta always dim your light for people. That's just what I'm getting with this modest energy. Like, you gonna find somebody that matches your energy. You gonna find, but don't, I feel like, I don't think it's a good idea to love yourself so somebody else. I mean, it is though. It's like your intention matters, right? You have to love yourself in order for somebody else to. But it's like, oh, I'm going to go do some self-love so that I can call somebody in. I feel like do it for you. Go within for you so that you can have the love even if ain't nobody around you, and that'll have them gravitate towards you, you know? But again, I don't know, with this modesty energy, I'm just getting like, don't dim your light for nobody though. Don't have nobody tell you how to love you. You feel me? This is not what this read is about. This read is to help enhance the self-love or give you an idea as to where to go to, or where to start to figure out how to get that self-love. You know what I mean? Like which way works best for you. You feel me? Like, some people need a little advice, a little guidance, a little, you know what I mean? So that's all it is, right? It ain't like, oh, do it like this or do it like this. But I'm just saying, don't let nobody put you in a box and tell you this is how you supposed to do it. This is how you supposed to love yourself. Oh, don't love yourself this much. You need to humble yourself. You need to be more modest. You know, like, I really don't care too much for that energy, because it's like, you can't tell nobody how to do them. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me how to do me. You feel me? But yeah, no, that's where I'm at. But since we're talking about self-love, I'm going to grab a couple messages from Spirit pertaining to love, though. Because we want to help it grow. We want to tap into, like, our innermost being. And again, for me, love is most definitely the foundation. That's why I've never given up on myself. A couple times I felt like I wanted to do it, but I'm like, nah. It was just a thought. I let it pass. Like I said, you gotta be able to be in touch with your emotions. And that I am. I definitely don't let them control me, though. Again, mind over matter. So, yeah, though. Choose love. I promise that's the first one I said. That's the first thing I said. It's like, choose love. What emotion do you want to be in? Do you want to feel bad, or do you want to feel happy? You got to learn to love who's in that mirror. I'm channeling some Michael Jackson. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. You always have a choice as to what you should do. You always have a choice as to what you should do. And again, with this detox energy being so close, once you actually go within to see who you are and who you want to be, the choices will be easier to see. It'll be easier to see. You ain't blinded by a phone in your face. You ain't blinded by the distractions of the everyday. You feel me? It's like it's something that you love to do. You gonna do it because you want to. You feel me? It's like mundane, day to day expectations from everybody. That it does. It puts a hinder on self love. So it's a balance needed here. I should have lit that candle, but it's okay. It's right here. This is my balance candle. But I find it in a multitude of different ways. I really try to balance all of my different energies because, baby, I'm trying to tell you something about me. I got a lot of energy, okay? But yeah, that's where I want to go with it, though. It's like I picked up on more. When you letting go, when you choosing yourself, people gonna fall. They gonna fall out of your life, but it's cool. So sometimes you're gonna have to not only mourn the people that leaves your life because you found self-love and whatnot, right, but mourn your past self. I've gotten over it and I've forgiven myself. It's like, man, I used to be this way, but now I'm this way, and it ain't no more mourning over here, okay? I'm embracing who I am now. Like, to be honest, I'm almost in awe of who I was versus who I am now. And it's all based upon self-love. It's all because of self-love. It's like, goodness gracious, why wouldn't I love it on myself like a long time ago and whatnot, right? Because if I was, I would have been here. But again, you gotta that's why I say mourn it. Because like you gotta get over it. You feel me? Like if there was somebody past, you gotta give yourself time to get over it or it can consume you. So I'm not focused on where I could be if I did. No, I'm focusing on where I'm at currently. So you gotta give yourself time to mourn the old you. You know? I'm gonna go ahead and close it out there though, but I really definitely think that this is going somewhere. And I'm really hoping that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if anybody listening out there, if it can help somebody, let it help somebody. But Ascended Clarity, he'll here, goodness gracious, I can't even talk. Ascended Clarity, here to provide self love and more. So, tap in with her, and I'm out.